Last question.
This question might be a bit controversial, but I'll anyway ask it. It's been bothering me for quite some time.
Please do.
If the aim is to find oneness with the Supreme,
Right.
Why do we focus so much on deities and idols and worships and functions, etc.? Why do we do that?
Right.
And what is the relevance that we attach to it? Like, for example, what is the significance of having this idol here? So why are we paying attention to that?
Right. Is that the question? Right. Now, the question was, if the aim is for unity, what is the significance of having idols? And I know your background, so you have been brought up with not worshipping idols, right? One cannot justify it for those who are brought up in other traditions. There are people from childhood who have worshipped God in some symbol. But it's also not so easy to fix your attention on something that is so abstract. It's not easy. For most people, it's easier to fix their attention either on a symbol or on a name or something that is traditionally connected with the spiritual significance. It need not be some. Shivalinga has for years been associated with a spiritual significance as a representative or one thing. You see the linga, it's like one. It's a symbol of unity actually. So for those who cannot abstractly think of unity, it's a very good thing. It's the same symbol, a big black stone, which was put in the corner of the Kaaba by Abraham as a symbol of the one living God. When the great iconoclast, the Prophet Muhammad, broke all things that were inside the Kaaba, he let that stone be. He said, this is put by Abraham as a symbol of one living God. This is also a small replica of that one thing which represents unity. Okay? Now, in this I want to give you another beautiful story. But if one wants to be free of symbols and go directly, one is welcome to do that. That is also a wonderful tradition. Now the Sufis are the mystics of Islam. They also do not believe in image worship, but they believe in symbols and sounds. But apart from that, they are encouraged to fix their attention on a mental picture of their master. Because by that, the student slowly moves towards understanding the teacher. He meditates on the teacher in his heart. After a while, the image drops off and only the reality remains. So it's a good beginning to go. Now this story is very interesting. It's not about Sufis or Islam or abstract being or anything of the kind. It's about an incident that happened in the life of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Do you know that there was one person who wrote a Gospel of Ramakrishna? It's a popular book. People read the Gospel of Ramakrishna. It was written by somebody called Mahendranath Gupta, whose pen name was also M. He lived in Calcutta and was a headmaster of a school. So he was free only to go to see Ramakrishna Paramahamsa on Sundays. So what he recorded sitting down on Sundays is collected together as the Gospel of Ramakrishna. So one day, much before he started writing and all that, he went to the garden of Dakshineshwar. And when he went there, he was told that there is some Paramahamsa, holy man there, but he did not know. But the garden was beautiful, it's near the Hooghly river. So he sat down and enjoyed, and then he saw a person coming. So he asked him, he heard that there is a Paramahamsa here. So he laughed and he said, okay, sit down, let's have a chat. So he sat down and he asked him, okay, you are educated. In those days, they referred to the young people in Bengal as educated Bengal. So he said, you are educated Bengal. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa could barely sign his name. He didn't go to school. He said, you are educated Bengal. Do you believe in God with form or without form? Straight. Now, in those days, all young people in Bengal, especially, were part of the Brahmo Samaj, which believed in God without form, expressionless, supreme reality. But there is a little difference in that, which is in one philosophy, which is the Advaita Vedanta of Adi Shankara. The Supreme Being is Nirakar, also Nirguna, which means he has no qualities, has no form also. But the Brahma Samaj God is like the Islamic God, who has no form, Nirakar, but has gunas. He can get angry, he can help you, he can be compassionate. But that Brahman of Advaita Vedanta of Shankara has none of these characteristics. It is just bare abstractness. Now so he said, do you believe in God with form or without form? So M said, because of his Brahma Samaj garden, without form. Okay. Then Ramakrishna said, this God who has no form we are talking about, does he have a specific locality where he lives, or is he present everywhere? So this also has not been asked before by anybody. So M thought for a while and said, he is everywhere. We are taught that he is present everywhere. There is no place where this Lord is not present. There is a quotation in the Quran, wherever thou facest, there he is. So from the Brahma Samaj, he said, it is everywhere, all pervading. There is no place where he is not. Then Ramakrishna smiled and pointed at the image of Kali there and said, then would he also be in there? Nobody has asked him this question before, because it's not in philosophy books anyway. So for a second he was taken aback, because he said, if it is all pervading your God, why do you exempt it from the image? Is he there? Then he said, yes. I said, yes, you admit, yes. And okay, he said. Now, then Mahendranath Gupta said, yeah, but we have to make people understand, no? We have to teach them that although he is all pervading and formless, he is also there. We have to teach them. They don't know, they worship only the form. So Ramakrishna tells him, this is the problem with you Bengalis. You don't know anything and you want to teach others. He is himself a Bengali. So we stopped the satsanga. Nice question to end the satsanga. Pakka. Thank you very much. Om Shanti.